A few years ago, if you told someone they could add a second paycheck without quitting their job, most people would laugh. Now regular people are doing it quietly. Not influencers, not tech geniuses, not lottery winners, regular people. The guy working a warehouse shift in Ohio, the college student in Texas juggling classes and a part-time job, the nurse in Florida working 3 long shifts a week, the office assistant in California who clocks in at 9 and leaves at 5. They are not going viral. They are not posting screenshots, but they are adding a second paycheck. And today I am going to show you exactly how they are doing it. Not theory, not hype, not 10 random side hustles thrown at you. We are breaking down the real patterns regular Americans are using to create an extra stream of income that feels like a second paycheck. And here is the key. They are not chasing trends. They are building systems. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to see how ordinary routines are being turned into predictable income, and how you can apply the same structure starting this month. Let me ask you something. What would change in your life if you received one extra paycheck every month? Not a bonus once a year, not random cash, a consistent second deposit. Would that cover rent? Pay off debt faster? Fund investments? Take pressure off your main job? Hold that thought. We are coming back to it. First, we need to understand something important. Regular people are not adding a second paycheck by working 20 extra hours at another job. They are doing it by creating leverage in small ways. And leverage does not mean complicated. It means doing something once and getting paid multiple times, or setting up work that repeats with less effort over time. Let us look at a real pattern. Subscription-based services. This is one of the biggest shifts happening quietly. Instead of trading random hours for money, regular people are building small recurring income streams. For example, a 27-year-old who works in an office during the week starts managing social media for 2 local businesses in the evenings. She charges $500 per month per business. 2 clients equals $1,000 per month. That is not viral money, but it is a second paycheck. And because it is monthly, it becomes predictable. Now think about this carefully. She is not an expert influencer. She learned basic content scheduling and caption writing through free tutorials. What made the difference? She focused on local businesses that do not want to handle social media themselves. Demand already existed. She stepped into it. Let that sink in. Regular people are not inventing markets. They are serving neglected ones. Here is another pattern. Skill stacking inside existing jobs. This one is powerful. A warehouse worker notices that small sellers struggle with organizing inventory online. He already understands logistics, so he offers part-time inventory setup services to local online sellers. He charges $150 per setup project. Completing 8 projects in a month equals $1,200. Again, not glamorous, but consistent. He did not learn something completely new. He extended what he already knew. Now pause and reflect. What do you already do at your job that someone else finds confusing? That question is where many second paychecks begin. Let us explore another real-world approach: micro-digital assets. This sounds complicated, but it is not. Regular people are creating small digital products that solve narrow problems. Budget templates, meal planning sheets, resume formatting guides, study planners for specific exams. One college student creates a detailed digital study guide for a certification exam she passed. She sells it for $30. If 50 people purchase it in a month, that is $1,500. Will she sell 50 every month immediately? Probably not. But even selling 20 equals $600. And once created, the guide can sell repeatedly with minimal updates. That is leverage. Now I want you to think about something. How many small problems have you solved in your own life that others are still struggling with? You do not need to be extraordinary. You need to be one step ahead of someone else. Here is another pattern you might not expect: community monetization. Regular people are building small niche communities around interests and charging modest monthly fees. Fitness accountability groups, career transition groups, language practice circles. For example, someone passionate about budgeting starts a private online group where members pay $15 per month for weekly accountability calls and shared resources. With 100 members, that is $1,500 per month. Is that easy? No. But is it possible for a regular person with consistency? Yes. And here is what ties all of these examples together. They are not chasing millions. They are aiming for $1,000 to $2,000 per month. That is the sweet spot. Now let me address a beginner mistake that kills momentum: trying to build a second paycheck too fast. Regular people who succeed at this do not quit their 9 to 5 after one good month. They test quietly. They validate demand. They stabilize income for 3 to 6 months. Only then do they expand. Patience is part of the formula. And I know what some of you are thinking. I do not have time. But look closer. Most of these models require 5 to 10 focused hours per week at the beginning, not 40. And once systems are built, time often decreases. Let me open another angle. Some regular people are adding a second paycheck through platform-based income, not by becoming influencers, but by becoming contributors. Stock photography, selling simple design assets, uploading educational resources. You do not need 1 million followers. You need consistent uploads. One photographer uploads niche images of small-town American life. Over time, those images generate $800 to $1,200 per month in licensing income. It did not happen in 1 week. It took steady contribution. But now it feels like a paycheck. Consistency beats intensity. Now let us zoom into structure. How are regular people turning side income into something that feels like a paycheck instead of random cash? They focus on 3 things: predictability, repeat customers, and simple systems. Predictability means recurring payments or consistent demand. Repeat customers reduce marketing stress. Simple systems reduce time. If you can combine those 3, you move from hustle to income stream. Let me ask you directly, are you looking for fast money or stable money? Because a second paycheck is about stability. It is about knowing that on the 15th of the month, another deposit hits. That changes your psychology. Now here is a bonus insight specifically for beginners in the United States. Many local businesses are behind digitally. While big brands dominate online attention, small local businesses often struggle with websites, booking systems, online reviews, and digital organization. If you position yourself as a digital helper for local businesses, you avoid massive online competition. You work with people in your own time zone. You build relationships. That local angle is powerful and underused. Let us close the loop we opened at the beginning. What would change if you added one consistent paycheck? For most people between 18 and 35, it means options. Options to move out, options to invest, options to leave a toxic job, options to breathe. And here is the truth. Regular people are not special. They are consistent. They pick one model. They commit for 90 days. They refine instead of restart. That is the pattern. Before we wrap up, let us recap clearly. Regular people are adding second paychecks through recurring service models, through extending existing job skills, through small digital products, through niche communities, through steady platform contributions. None of these require genius. They require structure and patience. The biggest mistake is chasing something flashy instead of building something steady. If you want a second paycheck, think subscription, not spike. Think system, not scramble. Think months, not days. Imagine yourself 6 months from now with an extra $1,000 to $2,000 per month coming in consistently. Not life-changing millions, but meaningful stability. That future is not reserved for influencers. It is built by regular people who decide to be slightly more strategic with their evenings and weekends. If this breakdown helped you see that adding a second paycheck is possible without quitting your job or gambling on trends, subscribe to the Side Hustle Lab. We focus on realistic income building for people living in the United States who want long-term financial growth. No hype, no shortcuts, just structure and consistency. Because regular people are adding second paychecks every day. And there is no reason you cannot be one of them.